It's time for Talking Real Estate, and we're joined once again by Wes Davidson from PRD Nationwide. Morning, Wes. How are you?
Very well, mate. Yourself?
I'm going all right. A little bit confused because there's two words that is doing the rounds in the papers, on the radio. You hear it, and quite frankly, I don't know what it means. Negative gearing.
Oh, right.
In layman's terms, help us out here.
Okay, well, negative gearing is simply where the expenses of the property exceed the income from the property, the tax-deductible expenses, that is, and you claim the difference, the amount that you've lost, inverted brackets, against your taxation to reduce your taxation liability to help offset those costs. So if you say have $20,000 income from the property costs you $25,000 in interest and repairs, etc. for the year, you would claim the difference, which is the $5,000, and that will be offset against your tax. Neutrally geared property, of course, is when they're even, and a positively geared property, which is very hard to do, is when the income actually, if you've got a loan, that is, where the income exceeds the costs of the property.
Now, here's the thing, Wes. I'm seeing a lot on Twitter, on TV even. There's a lot of things about negative gearing. It's a bad thing. It's making home loans unaffordable for the common man, left, right and centre. And you're seeing these, it's out on the internet. It's out everywhere. Yeah. Are these facts or is this BS?
It's a load of rubbish. The housing affordability, I mean, Australia's at the lowest interest rates it's ever been. The house prices have gone through the roof in the metropolitan areas. The biggest catalyst for that has not been the investors of mum and dad investors who form the majority of rental investors in Australia. And I'll give you some stats on that shortly. It is the overseas money which is not being prohibited from coming into the country, and they're raking in revenue left, right and centre. The state government announced in their budget during the week they picked up 23% increase on stamp duty revenue alone. Jeez. So, you know, there's big pressure on the market, absolutely. But negative gearing, Australians love property. I mean, we've got to say this from the start. Jeff White, the president of the REIV, was here during the week, and he showed some figures, and property's 3 times more favoured as an investment than superannuation. So, you know, it's a massive, like it's $6 trillion worth of real estate in Australia. So it's a massive amount of money. People still favour it. I think it's because they can see it, touch it, feel it, of course, repair it. You can sell it, and
you know, sometimes it's just part of the dream too to own your second property.
Yeah, and look, I think the stats were quite revealing when we looked at the ABS data and we looked at some data from RP data, and you know, 72.8% of rental investors own just one property. Right. 18% own 2, 5.5% own 3, 2% own 4, and less than 1% own 6 or more. And it's only 8% of the population who actually own a rental property at the present time, so it's not a massive figure. And when you say 8% of the population, which is about 1.8 million, 72.8% of those being the one property owner, one investment property owner, and then you drill down further, you'll find the majority of those people are actually ordinary, everyday Australians who are wage earners and are trying to provide for their own future. So leave it alone, get on with the real job, stop spending the money, and maybe we'll do better.
You never even know. It's sometimes even have kids renting mum and dad's second house. But Wes, this has been a very eye-opening chat. But if you'd like to catch up on any of these other Talking Real Estate episodes, you can find them on the PRD website and on the social pages as well. Just look up prdhorsham.com.au. But Wes, thanks for popping in the studio. We'll chat to you next week.
Yeah, cheers.